And with that, Black Clover went down that road. I sincerely believe they wouldn't go down that road. Then again, they needed to go down that road in order to create suspense and despair for the future. And indeed they have. Despair has won. This is the Black Clover chapter 145, and I am the Angry Myth and Despair viewer. Liched in his madness and hatred for everything that took everything away from him, says that if I can't kill you, I'll kill you, everything around you. Receive my light, my judgment, humans. So in the way, yes, this is very cowardly of Lich. But then again, those villains who are always mad are always the ones who are the most cowardly. And then we see a blink in Julius's past. As we said before, unlike so many other people in this kingdom, he was actually very open to other people, whatever they were, commoners or nobles. I mean, for him, he was just fascinated by magic. However, it turns out that he didn't always know what he was supposed to do. I mean, he walked around nobles and saw their racism, I guess we could call that. Or, nah, maybe that's the wrong word, but their enormous amount of hate, dislike for nobles and, no, not nobles, for commoners and magic power. He was a magic knight, but he himself didn't know. He was just because he didn't do it. He actually was a bit of a nihilist, similar to me. Said something like, nobles have high magic power, but they only use it for their own benefits. Why would they bother living if they can do that? And then he remembered the commoner, the first magic knight, the one we saw, Sara, or whatever. His magic power wasn't high, but he was good with strategic and a good battle strategic. For him, Julius felt like Sara was the true embodiment of a magic knight. But then he died, and the rumors about the nobles that he was killed because that it was nothing special, that sickened Julius. And then he actually fought back on the same thing that actually Lich mentioned, that the high people are making the low people suffer, despite the fact that uh, the high people have nothing really. I mean, the low people have just as much as the high people have. The only difference is he says that a bit differently than Lich did, because he said that Lich believes that destroying this kingdom and creating his own will solve everything, but he has lost his mind, so he fights fire with fire. Julius, on the other hand, said in order for the system to change, they needed an image, and he was that image. A guy who was both, I think Julius was a noble, but a guy who both has the heart of noble and the heart of a commoner, in a way to change, a voice that could be heard in power and liability. So he became the Magic Emperor for that. And while things may not have been easy, it's very well noted that thanks to Asta and Juno, the people's opinions have slowly changed. So he refuses to let it end as a Magic Emperor, as he uses his most powerful magic, time reversal magic, chronostasis, to cancel out every single light magic. Unfortunately, doing that drains all of his magic power. As Yami just finally arrived, he can only was in shock. As Lich stabs Julius with a light sword. I think in a way, killing him. As he taunts the Magic Emperor, saying, "You being the Magic Emperor is your one weakness." In a way, he was right. Julius cared for the citizens, and he didn't want this to end yet. He wanted to change the system of everything else. Fighting him one-on-one, Lich would not have won. However, doing a cowardly method like that, he did, and he did. Kronos Julius' magic was over, and now he's stabbed. Is he dead? I mean, I know for a fact that a manga needs to do this in order to move on, because after all, despair is a story that drives up. However, now I'm actually getting scared. I'm actually getting scared on what kind of despair is awaiting us. Because the heroes were winning a lot, I get that. So of course the villains are the ones that needs to win now. Still, what I'm trying to say to you all is, what will happen now? Now, I highly doubt Yami will be able to kill Lich just like this. Lich will take the magic stones, go back to his thing, and then they will be one with mana. And then the battle against despair will truly begin. Still, though, what's gonna happen? Don't know. It was a depressing chapter, but it was necessarily not a bad chapter. It was just a bit depressing to see the Magic Emperor losing. But what will happen now, I don't know. Yami is there. He saw it all. In fact, who can become the next Magic Emperor? I know I shouldn't say this yet, but yeah, now that it turns out that William is the traitor, I think Yami is the one and only one who can be the Magic Emperor. I mean, granted, he's not much about. Well, he is a leader, but he's a leader in his own way. He's just as unique as Julius is. And as I said before, he doesn't discriminate with things. For him, it's either you're strong or you're not. So yeah, what will happen now? Give me your thoughts if you have any.